Okay, so there's a new video called 6 Days in Fallujah official gameplay trailer. So I have no idea what this is. I just looked up gameplay trailer. So this is going to be a completely genuine reaction. So let's watch this trailer.
My name is Jason Kyle. I was a sergeant with Lima Company, 3rd Battalion, 1st Marines. On November 9th, 2004, I entered the city.
Oh my god. Why is it so uncanny? Uncanny Valley. It's like real, but at the same time it looks fake. That looks stupid. Why not just get real actors in your game if you're going to use genuine cutscenes? I mean, who can run this? Nobody's going to be able to run this. The PS5 can't run this. The PS4 can't run this. Nothing can run this.
With 12 Marines plus myself. And by November 13th, I was down to 4 Marines and myself.
6 Days in Fallujah recreates stories from the battle based on eyewitness accounts.
One squad has already walked down and like these guys just open up.
It looks like Call of Duty. I mean, what is the point of this game if it's going to play like Call of Duty? Look at this. People don't walk like that. Like, this is literally Call of Duty. Look.
There's one in the alley! There! I got you.
So you're slowly walking towards the enemy. You're not checking any corners. You're just slowly walking. Wow. So realistic. The enemy just shot you and you're just slowly walking. What?
Looks clear. Go right. On it. Watch out!
So apparently the enemies in this game can't land any sort of shots. They can't land anything. I mean, he's walking across a corner blindly out in the open and they missed all their shots. They shot like 10 times. They missed every single shot before he got into cover. This is supposed to be realistic. If you go into battle playing it like you'd play this game, you die instantly. Okay, you just die. Period.
Suppressing fire!
That was the go command. One tap issues orders to your team based on what you're pointing at. Pin enemies in place with...
Oh my god. Look at that rubble. Look at this. That's disgusting. Who designed that? It looks like mud. No, it looks worse than mud. It looks like freaking poop. Blacky poop. Okay.
Pin enemies in place with suppressive fire while you flank.
Oh wow, flanking. Flanking in a first-person shooter. That's so new and refreshing. No. There's nothing refreshing about this game. Nothing at all. It's just a generic first-person shooter with a fresh coat of paint. Anybody who's like, oh wow, this is the next gen of shooting. Now if they made this first person, no, not first person, it's called virtual reality, maybe you'd be onto something. But no, it's just, it looks like a generic like the most generic first person shooter you could possibly come up with. And the graphics don't even match the freaking cinematics. It's just ridiculous. So apparently in this game you don't have to aim down sights. Why is he just shooting blindly? Okay, he's not even aiming down sights. Why does the gun look so fake? It looks worse than Halo Infinite guns. There's no texture. Look at this. It looks like a freaking noob that just downloaded Blender made this. Look how bad the gun looks. It doesn't even look metal. Jesus Christ, how are they gonna show like the best graphics ever in the cutscene and then show this in the actual gameplay? See, this is just blatant false advertising. That's why we can't get anything good in gaming, because they always false advertise every single time.
Hold your fire!
Order your team to stack on
Slowly walking towards the enemy, not even aiming down sights. Even in the movies, even in generic Hollywood sci-fi films, they at least show the soldiers doing like this, walking towards the enemy. He's just slowly walking. He's not even aiming at anything. This is supposed to be realistic? No, it's a joke.
a door.
And it looks boring too. You're not even playing a realistic experience, and on top of that, it's boring.
Breach it! Open the door! On it!
The go command makes it as easy to direct your team.
And by the way, this game is just blatant propaganda. This game is utter propaganda. Utter propaganda. I mean, most veterans would agree that the war in Iraq was a waste of time, a waste of resources, and most importantly, a waste of lives. Okay, there were no weapons of mass destruction. Those people were not terrorists. Okay, and we're just lied to. Okay, and now they're making games commercializing this event even more, and they're glorifying it like we're the good guys. Oh, you breach a random house in an occupied territory? You're the good guys? Oh, we're fighting terrorists. No. Who are they shooting at? Who are they breaching? Who's the enemy? In this game, you're just breaching random houses. You're shooting random people. And I don't care what you think, because that's the truth. That's the utter truth.
As it is to fire your weapon.
Go, go, go!
Shooting in random houses. Let me just shoot blankly into this random house, hundreds of miles away from our border. It's literally ridiculous. Oh man, I'm shooting into random houses. I'm such a beast, bro. I'm so beast. No, you're gonna have 12-year-olds playing this and wanting to grow up, joining the military and fighting in more useless wars. That's all this game is going to achieve, just like Call of Duty. I'm not trying to get too political in this video, but yeah, this is what is the point? What is the point of this game? Why was it made? Nobody asked for this. Nobody wants to play this. Nobody agrees with the war in Iraq. Nobody. It's just a waste of time, a waste of resources making this game. A generic first-person shooter, and at that, it's also not challenging anything. It's just following more agendas we've already seen before. The fatal funnel, what?
The person who goes in first is never wrong. They have the most to fear.
And as soon
Holy
as I
crap.
walk in, I see a machine gun right in front of my face, maybe 10 feet, 15 feet from me.
Every time we would go into one of those buildings.
I don't know if this is actually rendered. This might actually be real people. This might be real people in their game. So it might be shot in a documentary style. I don't know, that first person looked kind of fake.
You never know what to expect.
You don't know the layout of the house until you get in there. And then you still don't know it until you go all the way through it.
Why are you in the house to begin with? Why are we fighting them? Why? No weapons of mass destruction. Glorify Fallujah. Bomb the entire city, and then you get mad when they fight back. And I'm not saying that, oh, put me on a watch list. I hate America. No. What I'm saying is the war was a lie. Our politicians lied to us. Oh man, it's so scary going into this random house hundreds of miles away, and you have all the intel you could possibly want. You have high technology. It's basically like the colonial British colonists versus the Indians. That's what this is like. Okay? And you can't glorify this. You can't at all. It's modern day colonialism. We're colonializing or colonizing entire countries and taking their oil, taking their resources, killing people, misplacing people, replacing governments, which we've been doing since the 60s. And it's just propaganda. Oh, it's so scary, bro. Why are you there? You signed up for this. This is what you signed up for. You signed up for a false war. Okay? You signed up to get shot at. You signed up for this. And this is not disrespect towards our military members. I know I'm going to get a lot of dislikes for this, but I'm just keeping it real. And most military members would agree with me when I say this. You get home, and what rights do you have? You pay like 30% taxes. You pay property taxes. I'm not even going to get into this. This is just beyond me.
Room clearing, house clearing, it's different every single time. And
The guy
like,
looks
these
like
guys,
a video game character.
You hear that?
His skin is so smooth. It's like Arma level graphics. That's what you're getting. Overly bright. I don't know what it's called. Exposure. Overly use of exposure. Like they don't know how to freaking design their game so you don't walk outside and it's just freaking a bright light. You don't look out your window and see just a bright light, okay? You see actual stuff. This isn't realistic. Unless your eyes just don't work, unless you're just freaking light sensitive and blind.
Watch that door! Yep! Covered.
Is this 2004? Why? Like, what? These are not good graphics. These are not good realistic graphics at all. It looks like I'm playing a game from like 2004 or 2008. Okay. It's look at that fan, man. No shadows. No shadows. No shadows. No light source. There's no light source at all. This is what you pay for. In 2021. We're approaching the first quarter of the 21st century. And this is what they've came up with. The same rehashed graphics, the same rehashed plots, same rehashed storylines. And you get nothing.
Contact! We got contact!
He's not aiming or anything. Unless there's a crosshair in this game, which makes it even more unrealistic.
Get my back! Go!
If there's a crosshair like any other first-person shooter, there's no reason to buy this game.
Go, 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 go!
I'm pretty sure that's not how this war was fought. There were civilians everywhere, hiding, ducking for cover. Where are the civilians? It's just an empty city? Everyone in the city is a combatant. What sort of propaganda is this? This is propaganda. This is blatant propaganda. Oh my god, bro. fathers and son.
My son, he had his first
More-
birthday while we were in Fallujah.
More patriotic propaganda, huh?
I want to take a picture. So I wrote "Happy Birthday, JJ" on a piece of cardboard and I held it up. That was the most difficult day I had there. It dawned on me, it's like, I can't die on my kid's birthday. And that's all I thought about all day long.
This is just, it's subjective propaganda. Tell us about what really happened in Fallujah. Tell us about how many civilians were killed in Fallujah. Tell us about the atrocities in Fallujah. Tell us about the lies of the war in Fallujah that we were blatantly lied to about and no American bothers or cares about. They don't. Americans, as long as they're able to go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning without any traffic interruptions, then nothing else matters. As long as they're able to go to the store and the prices aren't too inflated, nothing else matters. Nothing. Zero. Zip. Americans are stupid. Dumb. And this is coming from an American. So this is just like, what am I looking at? What is this game? You're just going to have to at least Call of Duty doesn't try to paint itself like it's realistic, like it's telling a real story. No, it's propaganda, but at least it doesn't try to be anything other than that. This is trying to convey itself like a documentary. This is dumb. This is stupid. This is like, no wonder there's so many dislikes. There's over 2,000 dislikes, which is quite a lot for a gameplay trailer.
Was dying on my kid's birthday.
Yo, let's do this! Go in here. You clear? On me!
So it's a checking corners simulator. Great. Amazing.
Let's do this. I got this one. Room's clear!
Literal occupation. Literal occupation and colonization. People live in these houses. They never show the civilians in any of these games. When they breach houses, they never show civilians. They never show dead bodies from all the drone strikes. They never show any of that. Any of that. Because all they care about is endless sympathy for the combatants, the American combatants specifically. War, there's losers on both sides. Why can't you ever paint a subjective or objective picture on reality? It's because they have an agenda. They want you to fight in another stupid, useless war. If you're a combat-age man residing in America, they're going to make you fight in another stupid, useless war so a bunch of rich billionaires can profit off of your death and profit off of your destruction. That is all this is. And smart people like me can see this. Smart people like me will watch content like this and see through the propaganda. This is blatant propaganda. This is a bad game and it's propaganda. It has no reason to exist. Zero at all.
Come with me. Keep a lookout. Right. What's that?
It has Sims 3 level graphics. Literally, Sims 3 looks better than this. And I'd rather play Sims 3 than this. Jesus Christ. More slowly walking. No rush at all. Just leisurely pacing, leisurely swatting everybody's house. And it's ridiculous. Occupation, foreign occupation, atrocities. When you walk into somebody's house looking for terrorists, this is just, it's wrong. You don't know. How would you feel if our government just breached everybody's house looking for supposed enemies? You wouldn't like that. You say that's a breach of freedom. So why is it okay when we do it to other countries? It's not. It's not. We're not the victims. We are not. And if you really were red-pilled on this, you know the 1,000 reasons why we should have not have fought in this war. I know my channel is going to get blacklisted for saying this, and I probably shouldn't even show my face in this video, but hey, it is what it is. This is probably the worst game I've ever seen, and it's infuriating how the only real way I could see people playing this game is if you're a combat veteran and you want to try to alleviate some PTSD. But if you're just playing this for no reason, you think it's fun to relive an unjust war, you're a psycho. That's all you are, is a psycho.
On our left! Who's there? Step out! Salim, Nefsik!
So just think, you know, you have this Marine, you're amped up, you know, you got all this adrenaline going through, you kick that door down and it's like family of 4. And I'm talking to the dad, I'm like, dude, like, why are you still here? He's like,
عن طريق التلفزيون.
Oh my God, a family, a 4, oh wow, no. Think about how scary it would be for the civilians living in terror 24/7 in occupied territory. They can get their house kicked in at any moment for even suspecting of being a terrorist. Literal drone strikes. And we've already seen the extent of our U.S. military and presidents when it comes to foreign policy. When it came to Iran, bombing of generals, bombing of foreign policies, our government is the terrorist. How about that? And I'm sick of pretending it's anything else but terrorism. Now I'm a non-violent person. But we still have freedom of speech in this country. Thank God for that. But this is just ridiculous. This is just insane. And I can't even get through this. It's just emotional. Just emotional roller coaster of violence, lies, and manipulation. That's all this is.
and like these guys just open up.
حما طلعت فابويا بقى راد يبقى قال ما اطلع.
تعرف اهل فلوجة القدماء ايه يعني هاي بالنسبه لهم عار بانه يطلع محتل جاي ويطلع من
قال ما اطلع هذا ابقى. قال اموت هنا يابا اطلع. قال ما. قلت له لا عاد اني وياك.
I wasn't paying attention.
الفلوجة القدماء ايه يعني هاي
You kick that door down and it's like family of 4. And I'm talking to the dad. I'm like, dude, like, why are you still here? He's like,
عن طريق التلفزيون طلع بوقتها هذا اياد علاوي كان رئيس الوزراء. قال ابو مصعب الزرقاوي موجود في الفلوجة وراح احنا نهجم وناخذه.
فلذلك الفلوجة نقدر نقول من بيرة العمليات طلعوا.
وعائلتي وعائلة ابويا الله يرحمه طلعت. فابويا بقى راد يبقى قال ما اطلع.
تعرف اهل فلوجة القدماء ايه يعني هاي بالنسبه لهم عار بانه يطلع محتل جاي ويطلع من
قال ما اطلع هذا ابقى. قال اموت هنا يابا اطلع. قال ما. قلت له لا عاد اني وياك.
Do they even explain the context?
On our left! Who's there? Step out! Who's there?
have this Marine, you're amped up, you know, you got all this adrenaline going through, you kick that door down and it's like family of 4. And I'm talking to the dad. I'm like, dude, like, why are you still here? And he's like,
عن طريق التلفزيون طلع بوقتها هذا اياد علاوي كان رئيس الوزراء، قال ابو مصعب الزرقاوي موجود في الفلوجه وراح احنا نهجم وناخذه.
فلذلك الفلوجة نقدر نقول من بيئة العمليات طلعوا.
وعائلتي وعائله ابويا الله يرحمه طلعت، فابويا بقى راد يبقى، قال ما اطلع.
تعرف اهل الفلوجة القدماء يعني هاي بالنسبة لهم عار بانه يطلع محتل جاي ويطلع من.
قال ما اطلع، هذا ابقى. قال اموت هنا، يابا اطلع. قال ما. قلت له لا عاد اني وياك.
Yeah, there's definitely a language barrier there, but I'm pretty sure they're just explaining how it's shameful to leave your country occupied or something. So let's read some of these comments. Different every time has historically meant that there's like 3 setups. That's true. These games are false advertising. This was made so some 18-year-olds G Fuel can speedrun it in 12 minutes. That was a meme post. I'll tell you honestly, the fatal funnel is the scariest thing ever. Literally walking through a door not knowing if there is a machine gun facing the door or an anti-aircraft gun below the floor. Wow. No. 99% of the time, it was unarmed civilians. More people died in 9/11, I believe, than in the actual Iraq war. More people die due to gang violence in America than from the Iraq war. It's more scary to live in American ghettos than it is to fight in a war. Most people that they encountered were unarmed civilians. Most houses they entered were just regular houses. We treat it like, oh, it's some secret terrorist base, just like we did in the Vietnam War. We treated these villages like they were enemies, like they were not human, like they were evil, and we committed atrocities. That's what happens when you have scared people with guns entering homes. You're gonna get false shootings. You're gonna accidentally shoot somebody. It's bound to happen. We killed 1 million civilians in Iraq. Probably over that, way more than that, off of bombings alone. And we only lost like, what, 3,000 soldiers, and we're the victims? Come on, man. Come on. And the pretense of that wasn't even... How does Iraq government link to 9/11? It doesn't. It doesn't. Even if it was not perpetrated the way we were taught, it still wouldn't be linked to it, because Al-Qaeda isn't it based in Saudi Arabia? So that makes no sense. And yeah, this channel is never going to be able to be monetized because of what I'm saying. So be sure to leave a donation in the description. My Cash App, my PayPal. I'll probably add some other forms of payment. But yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe.